Alright, let's talk about this wild EastEnders drama, because honestly, if you're not watching this show for the absolute chaos of it all, are you even living? Let me start with the biggest shocker. Ravi's proposing to Priya in what looks like a full-blown, tear-jerking, boxing den spectacle. Now, if you've watched EastEnders for more than 5 minutes, you know that weddings in Walford are about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. But here's what fascinates me. Why do these characters always think grand gestures fix relationships? Ravi's taking Zack's advice to prove his love. But come on, Zack, this is 2023. We've seen this trope before. The guy does a big thing, the crowd gasps, and then disaster. It's like they're auditioning for a Shakespearean tragedy. Personally, I think Ravi's setting himself up for a fall. Love shouldn't be a performance, right? But hey, in EastEnders, drama is the main character. Now, let's pivot to Nicola and George. They're having past demons conversations, which is code for, we're about to ruin everything. What's interesting here is how EastEnders frames redemption. Nicola's been through the ringer. Abuse, betrayal, you name it. But George's sudden softness feels off. Why? Because in Walford, happiness is a setup for heartbreak. If they actually work things out, the show would lose its edge. And let's be real. Viewers tune in for the meltdowns. What many people don't realize is that Nicola's arc is a mirror for real-life trauma recovery. Her hesitation isn't just drama, it's survival instinct. But will the show handle it with nuance? Or will it turn into another rushed scandal? I'm betting on the latter. Then there's Craig, who's been yanked off police duties after a complaint. Let's unpack this. Craig's a cop with a history of poor life choices. But here's the twist. Why does EastEnders keep painting him as the victim? The show thrives on moral ambiguity. You're supposed to root for him, but also side-eye his decisions. A detail I find fascinating is how his complaint ties into power dynamics. Is this a Me Too parallel? A simple corruption plot? Or just another way to make us question who's good in this mess? From my perspective, Craig's storyline is the show's attempt to stay relevant, but it's walking a tightrope between depth and melodrama. And can we talk about Linda, Max, and Clive? Awkward date vibes much? Max babysitting Annie while Linda's on a date with Clive? The subtext is louder than the dialogue. What this really suggests is that EastEnders thinks we're all suckers for will-they-won't-they tension. But here's the thing, Max and Linda's history isn't just nostalgia bait. It's about how people in Walford recycle relationships like bad habits. Clive's the noob guy, but he's just a placeholder until the next twist. If you take a step back, this triangle feels like a metaphor for the show itself, constantly circling the same dramas without resolution. Finally, penny shop opening. Vinny's worried she's too busy, then magically supportive at the antenatal class. Dude's mood swings are faster than a taxi in Trafalgar Square. But this isn't just about Penny's priorities, it's about how parenthood reshapes storylines. Penny's grand opening is a classic EastEnders fake-out. Something will go wrong, trust me. The shop's probably built on cursed land. A deeper question, why does Walford hate progress? Every time a character tries to rebuild, the universe smacks them down. It's Dickensian levels of pessimism. So, here's my closing thought. EastEnders isn't just a soap, it's a masterclass in human psychology. It's the friend who texts you, this will end in tears before a party. These characters don't grow, they implode. And yet, we keep watching because their chaos makes our lives feel normal. What's your take? Drop a comment, and let's overanalyze together, because if we don't laugh at the tragedy, we'll just cry at the mess.